What if I just want to do things my way? What if I'm not giving in to demons or to God? Is that wrong? Matthew chapter 12, verse 30. Whoever is not with me is against me, and whoever does not gather with me scatters. You're either with God or you're against him. There is no in between, third side, or neutral ground. So whether you like it or not, you're picking one of those two sides. Okay, but why does doing things my way have to be against him if it's not what he wants? I'm not necessarily doing something wrong. Well, first off, what do you define as wrong? Just what feels wrong? Just the obvious wrongs like murder? In God's eyes, anything sinful is wrong. If you avoid everything sinful and surrender your life to Jesus, confessing him as Lord, then you're on God's side. But if you're taking something that God calls sin and claiming it's fine, then doing it yourself, then yes, you're behaving in a way that's against God. Proverbs chapter 14, verse 12. There is a way that appears to be right, but in the end it leads to death. The fact of the matter is that there is no way to heaven except through Jesus Christ. You must confess with your mouth that Jesus is Lord and believe in your heart that God raised him from the dead, then you will be saved. But then you actually have to make him Lord over your life, which means every day you have to choose him and his will. With every decision you make every day, will you serve God or will you serve yourself? Joshua chapter 24, verses 14 through 15. Now fear the Lord and serve him with all faithfulness. Throw away the gods your ancestors worshipped beyond the Euphrates River and in Egypt and serve the Lord. But if serving the Lord seems undesirable to you, then choose for yourselves this day whom you will serve, whether the gods your ancestors served beyond the Euphrates or the gods of the Amorites in whose land you are living. But as for me and my household, we will serve the Lord. Recognize that serving ourselves is not really that different from serving the enemy. Not just because if we're not with God, we're against him, but because the original sin was Satan wanting things his way. Isaiah chapter 14, verses 12 through 14. How you have fallen from heaven, morning star, son of the dawn. You have been cast down to the earth, you who once laid low the nations. You said in your heart, I will ascend to the heavens. I will raise my throne above the stars of God. I will sit enthroned on the mount of assembly, on the utmost heights of Mount Zaphon. I will ascend above the tops of the clouds. I will make myself like the Most High. Satan doesn't need us to serve him for us to do his bidding. As long as we're not doing God's will and instead serving ourselves, we're effectively living as Satan did. 1 John chapter 3, verses 7 through 10. Dear children, do not let anyone lead you astray. The one who does what is right is righteous, just as he is righteous. The one who does what is sinful is of the devil, because the devil has been sinning from the beginning. The reason the Son of God appeared was to destroy the devil's work. No one who is born of God will continue to sin, because God's seed remains in them. They cannot go on sinning, because they have been born of God. This is how we know who the children of God are and who the children of the devil are. Anyone who does not do what is right is not God's child, nor is anyone who does not love their brother and sister. So if you want to be a child of God and make it to heaven, you have to go through Jesus Christ. He is the way, the truth, and the life. Surrender to him and his will so you do things his way every day. God bless you.